I'm delighted with how it's gone actually. I'm delighted with the attendance, delighted with the venue, delighted with the presenters and the subject matter, and overall I think it shows that we set out this year to improve upon last year's successful summit, and we have raised the bar and we delivered against a much higher bar. So overall I'm delighted.
How can we build confidence and show consumers that the seafood industry is operating with integrity? How can we really build our reputation? So we need to engage with our customers, with our consumers, but in the right way. We need to make the most of social media through Facebook and Twitter. We need to really shout about the positive initiatives that are going on and instill trust in our customers. As an industry, I think we need to be leading the way on integrity and make sure that this time next year we're not going through our own horse meat scandal.
One of the issues we've got to realise is IUU fishing is not just bad for fish biomass and fish stocks. A boat that's involved in illegal fishing will probably also have problems with labour abuse, social abuse.
This is true of most TV shows now. People do not sit down and concentrate on a television programme. They have their tablet, their iPad, their phone, and they're sitting and they're on Twitter or on Facebook or they're on Skype, and they're doing that at the same time. So actually, in terms of these TV programmes, getting complex messages across is actually very, very difficult.
The fact that only 16% of people surveyed thought that our industry offers a good wage, or 17% think that we have good quality people. So shockingly low figures up at that end there. It just shows the magnitude of opportunity there is to bring shoppers on side with all of the good work that the industry does, but which we simply don't communicate.
So already at that time in the 16th century, we'd put such pressure on marine ecosystems locally that it was actually worthwhile for them to cross the Atlantic in order to catch fish. So change in marine ecosystems is not a new phenomenon. It's been part of our life for a very long time. However, I think it's very clear that in this part of the world we have turned the corner, and overexploitation is something that used to happen but by and large no longer does.
But actually I think there's some interesting detail in this. If you think about, for example, the vehicle excise duty based on emissions, you're buying the most environmentally friendly car. It only emits 109 grams of CO2 per kilometre. So it only kills the planet a little bit. It's only 109 grams. It's only killing the planet a little bit. It's not like a supercar. It's not an SUV. It's not an off-roader. If you were to apply this metaphor to seafood sustainability and the work that's been done by the industry, a sustainable seafood product would be AAA rated, 0 emissions. You can sell it for generations on generations on generations. Our customers trust us to do the right thing.
The first time, yeah, and so it's a great occasion where we can obviously show all our new products from Young's, and it's great to see all the other suppliers as well, all from Grimsby. I've been working for Young's for 15 years as their development chef. You know, with what I learned and what I have seen in the last 15 years, it's still the home of fish, really.
Our industry has got a slightly defensive tone, and it really must drop it. It really must become more positive. So whilst I welcome the reputation and integrity, honestly, consumers expect us to be doing this. We want to be talking about innovation and really good things about food. Put your hands up, how many of you know the standard of the safety airbag on your steering wheel? Not one. Because you trust the brand of the car that you drive. Okay. Now, I'm not suggesting we don't put logos on, you know, packs, etc. But there's a point at which, and Hannah and I, I agree with Hannah, consumers expect us to be doing some of this, and it's more around the story you create around the brand.
The Bergen region is also currently headquartered for many of the world's leading marine companies in aquaculture, processing, technology, and pelagic fishing. These annually invest hundreds of millions in marine research, development, and innovation. We're a very small city, 270,000 inhabitants. But we are very proud, so please bear over with me that we want to say that we would like to be a world marine capital.
From a MPD point of view, it's recognised that Grimsby is an iconic area for development within the, for the fish industry, for fish-based products. But yeah, this is the first one that I've done, and hopefully I'll be here next year.
Really good for the area, obviously. It's a showcase, isn't it? And obviously, it's not just for this area. It's worldwide. It's a big showcase. We've got people coming from from different countries, seeing what we can do as a small town, if you like. And it's good. It's good. It showcases how good we are at what we do.
We have, legislation from what you can call the food to method of production and to whether it was previously frozen and beyond. So you have all these laws and you could say to yourself, well, that's really fantastic. So what's the problem? What's the issue? Well, unless there is an independent method, okay, for verifying what the labeling claims are, then to be honest with you, the laws probably wouldn't be that much good.
Especially Northern Europe, where a lot of fish are traded, filleted and skinless and boneless. People don't know exactly what fish look like. For example, a recent test with passers-by showed that only half the people can recognize the above species and only 1 in 3 recognizes the below species.
As some of you may be aware, Grimsby was actually successful in its bid to host the World Seafood Congress in 2015, beating off some stiff competition from around the world. To prepare for this flagship event for the UK, Seafish has commissioned a film to present to the delegates at this year's conference in St John's in Canada. This film showcases the UK industry and, most importantly, the pivotal role Grimsby plays for both the UK and the international seafood market. Because, as one of our contributors to the film says, Grimsby was built on fish.
Back at the Seafood Summit, we came here last year. We decided we were going to display last year, so we put a great fish display on, which you can see here. It's gone fantastic. It's all about seafood. Everything on this display is all from Grimsby, apart from the halibut. They're Norwegian farmed. It's really been appreciated at the show. Of course, it's really busy. We've had a lot of attention on our stand. We've had halibuts, monkfish, lemon sole, plaice. It's all off local boats landing in Grimsby. And this is what we're demonstrating, this is what we're shifting. Let's show people what Grimsby has to offer. We have a great sourcing policy, great quality seafood, all sustainable. Let's get it out there. Let's people show what Grimsby can do. Let's put the great back into Grimsby.
The Humber Seafood Summit's been in its 4th year this year. It's been absolutely overwhelming with the amount of delegates that we've had attending, the response we've had to the quality of the presentations, and just the whole atmosphere. The UK Seafood Cluster is based in Grimsby. The figures speak for themselves that you've seen, and this is where everything happens, and this is where people should, they should know about Grimsby, they should know where it is and identify it. I mean, it's a great networking opportunity, and that's what it's all about as well, bringing people together away from their business. They haven't had the opportunity day in, day out when they've got their own businesses to run, but they come here, not only have they got the networking experience, they can learn new ideas, they learn new facts, new knowledge about what's going on in the industry. But this is what it's going to look like for things to come for the future.